was little, I knew that I was a creative girl. I always wanted to create. And for me, I got really interested in art and also music. At school, my favorite subjects were music and art. So it was actually quite surprising to me coming into pastry and then realizing that I could express myself artistically through making something that's edible. And what's amazing about pastry is that you can be creative in the way that it looks, in the way that it tastes, and also in the way that it's presented. As an F&B entrepreneur, you have the freedom to play with the kind of interior design that you like, packaging, and so it becomes a holistic lifestyle aspect that I just really love in this field. So I feel like my artistic side still gets to be expressed, but I also get to think strategically and critically about the industry. I get to think about how I can make it better. I get to think about how the F&B workers, chefs, pastry chefs, students, interns, that they can get more opportunities in this field and they can have better education in this field. So it came from wanting to explore my artistic side, and now actually after going into the field, seeing what does the industry need and how can I help? How am I unique enough to help and improve the lives and also improve this profession for a lot more people? And as an entrepreneur, you don't only see yourself as a person, but you see the whole industry as a whole and about what you can contribute. I was actually a jazz music major. So throughout my university days, I could be found playing double bass with my friends all over venues in Auckland, New Zealand. So growing up in Auckland, I was actually in kampung, like it's totally terpencil banget from the rest of the world, right? So then when TV shows like MasterChef, Top Chef started to enter the country in 2010, I was flabbergasted. My brain was blown, seeing about what kind of culinary magic you can do in the kitchen and what you can do with ingredients, humble ingredients such as sugar. You can make sculptures, you can make macaroons. Like, it's like sorcery to me, it's like magic, And learning pastry, it's like being a magician and learning the secrets behind the magic tricks. After a while, I found out that I was baking more than I was practicing my instrument. And also in every spare time that I had, I would go on YouTube and also look up different recipes, and I would plan ahead what I would make in the weekends in my free time. So it was becoming glaringly obvious that, food has incepted my mind and has become something of an obsession. That was when I finally made the decision to go to France and to Le Cordon Bleu in Paris so that I could, truly make this into my expertise and my profession. Because I truly believe that if we want to go into something new, or you want to be, focused into something, you have to do it like wholeheartedly and completely. Gak boleh setengah-setengah. So then going to Paris, there's no turning back, right? So I had to really put my heart and soul into this new subject that I was studying. Of course, the beginning was really tough, but I was lucky that I had a friend from culinary school named Ian Chin. He's like a brother to me now, but he helped me to found the bakery back in 2014. He came all the way from New York to Indonesia, and he's actually Chinese American, but he had never been to Asia before. So he and I lived together in the same house, and we would work on recipes every day. And it took us about 6 months to come up with the proprietary recipes for BEAU and to have a complete catalog to start to sell. And that was such a beautiful kind of inception of BEAU, because I remember having to wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to fry donuts. I remember having to go door to door to different cafes and talk to the owners about what they are looking for, about what they're searching in a wholesaler. So started from the bottom, now we're here, and and it's really great feeling. So then what we wanted to do was create a system where we empower our employees so that they become they become knowledgeable, they become experts in the field, and they gain something from their work that they can use to further their own careers, right? And that they have a clear career trajectory in the company, that they know that they can gain different positions from year to year to year and become well-formed professionals. If you, for example, you keep someone mixing for 4 years, they're not going to have any skills that they can use in the future. So then what we wanted to do was to really change the industry where we really focus on empowering our staff. You have to teach your employees to be critical thinkers too. If, for example, you only treat them like machines, eventually you will have a factory of machines that do not know how to think and care for themselves. Why would I want that? I want to live an easy and freedom life too, right? So therefore, I have to teach my employees how to think critically, how to think ahead, how to tweak their actions, how to improve the way they work, how to be more efficient, to be more creative. All of these are very important. And not a lot of the times we think lowly of them, or maybe perhaps a lot of the other industry professionals might think that they are not skilled enough to be trusted with these initiatives. But what I'm trying to do is just allow them to make mistakes freely. And when they make mistakes, you just tell them that they made a mistake, and then we figure out how to improve on it together. So from the beginning, I always encourage mistakes. And we don't get angry if they mess something up. We think it's a great way to learn. To have continuous passion and continuous motivation to be in this field, or whatever field that you choose. Actually, the secret is to ensure that that field is aligned with your life purpose. My life purpose is actually about empowering young people and empowering others to show them that they are more than they are, that they are more capable than they think, that they are capable to achieve any dreams that they wish for. That is actually my life purpose. The person that I look up to the most are actually my parents. And they're the one that has always allowed me to follow my heart. And of course, they had a lot of reservations now, like, are you sure you want to go into music? Are you sure you want to go into pastry? But then they always see that I am so fiery and I'm so sure and I'm so full of intent that they just let me do what I want. So if you ask me what my greatest achievement is, maybe last year, I would tell you the Forbes 30 under 30, I would tell you the Ernst & Young Entrepreneurial Woman of the Year, I would tell you these lists that I made. Well, yes, I mean, those had been my kind of focus and my goal, because I needed to be validated as a person. And who can validate better than Forbes, you know what I mean? But now, I feel like my greatest achievement is finding out what I'm truly good at and what I'm truly passionate about, and to be able to keep developing myself as a person, infinitely doing what I'm doing now. F&B is not just opening a cafe and then, you sell something, or you create a dish and then you sell something. Of course, that's part of it. But more and more, it's about, finding out that this industry is endless. You can branch it out to so many different directions. For us, eventually, I want to branch it out into education, where we build in kind of a vertical integrated system, but for talent, to the industry itself. So that's also adding on to my life purpose too. So for me, it's my greatest achievement is in finding out what I'm good at and finding out what I love, and then just doing that. My greatest dream is to actually one day speak at a UN conference, and for me to enact change in that large scale. And if I could do that from my platform now as just a business owner, but to grow my impact so that it can change the world, like whether it be in education or in food and nutrition, or in I'm a vegan, so also maybe in environmental aspects, I just really want to have a large impact in the world and to bring it to a better direction. I am happiest when I wake up in a new city and I don't know that city at all, and that I can try so many different foods or so many different activities and just explore something completely foreign and completely new. I feel like that's when I feel anything and everything is possible and that my day can go 1,000 different ways. It's really fun. An advice to 10-year-old me is that you are so much more than you think you are. That you are capable of bloody anything that you wish for. That you can dream as big as you like. That's my message to 10-year-old me. And don't feel small anymore. I'm Talita Setyadi and I'm a dreamer.